Good morning, everybody. It is May 11th. Yesterday was Mother's Day. Now, I hope everybody whose mother it was is still alive um, was celebrated. Um, we took my mom to Colton's, and granted, we had to wait 30 minutes to go in there, but we wanted to go to Colton, so we waited. And it was a great experience because not only was the environment friendly as always, but they had everything set and prepared and did all the proper things for CDC. I mean, our wait our waiter had masks and gloves on. He served us. We were allowed to get peanuts. They gave us basically a sack, a pre set sack of peanuts that we brought home, of course. And while we were sitting there, I noticed that one of the employees had basically gone into the ladies' room with a bottle of sanitizer and a rag to do all that fun stuff. But it was a very good, very friendly experience. There was no like, oh, we've got somebody behind us. No, they had every other seat or booth or whatever had a sign on there saying don't sit anybody here for whatever reasons. So they had everything set up for the social distancing and all the fun stuff. And that was one of the reasons why they had it where you had to wait 30 minutes because they could only allow so many people at a time. But it was good. I mean, I wasn't the the whole Mother's Day was good in the fact of that mom got her card and got to go out where she wanted to go and um, things like that. But I don't know what happened to me in between my first cup of tea and going to Colton's, and even after going to Colton's, I wasn't feeling that great. My whole body was hurting. I felt congested. It almost, excuse me, I thought I was going to sneeze. It almost felt like I was coming down with the flu. You know how when you get the flu, you get the aches and the pains and the congestion and all that fun jazz. Well, that's what was happening to me. It went away sometime later on in the evening, but it was just a weird feeling. That's all I can describe it as. Just weird that I felt so achy. Today I'm kind of feeling a little my knees and my lower back are feeling achy, but the rest of me is fine. Of course, I have lower body problems. I have a bad back because of the herniated lower lumbar, the disc. Um, it's it's the very last disc in the lumbar system. It's like right the disc connecting the tailbone to the rest of the spine, kind of thing. Um, and then my knees have been feeling stiff the last couple of days. Actually, the last couple of weeks, to be honest with you. But other than that, it's just the opposite of growing pains. Growing, well, yeah, it's still growing pains. You're getting older, Jim. Um, but yesterday was good. We did not get the project finished, mostly because of my physical problems. Um, I had just read a comment from a viewer who viewed my last excuse me my last video and talked about, well, she commented on one or two things, but she asked me if I've ever watched the series Vikings. Um, it's a History Channel series that I don't know how long it started, but they're in season 5 or something like that, if I remember right. Diane and I have only watched four, four episodes, I think. The last episode I remember was the ending of it, where they had returned to England and were met by a group of soldiers, I guess you'd say. The sheriff of the land that they landed on. And of course, they subsequently ended up killing them. But that's kind of the Viking thing to do, I somewhat. But from what I've gathered so far from this series is they follow the sagas of one particular person, and I'm sorry if I don't remember the name right off the top of my head. Sorry, I'm trying to remember the name. Ragnar, I think it is Ragnar. I remember the spelling. Ragan. Ragnar, something like that. But anyhow, it's one of those. I'm interested in it not just for the factor of the content, but the factor that the History Channel has been very good on making. I don't want to call it a documentary series because it's not an actual documentary; it's an actual show. But at least the History Channel is not going to 90% Hollywood it, as I call it. They're going to try to use as much factual information as possible to make their shows. But for the most part, I'm enjoying it so far. Today is, of course, Monday, so I have to go back to work, which I am, and I'm not looking forward to it because Mondays, especially. Mondays and the weekends. No, I'll take that back. Monday, Thursday, Friday, and sometimes Saturday can be a little on the hectic side. Monday, because of the factor, it's truck day, which means putting away the delivery or finish putting away the delivery. Depending on how big the delivery is, depends on how much I have to do when I get in. One of the things that I do when it comes to delivery days, I prefer putting away the tobacco. Because the last couple times somebody else has put away the tobacco and I've come in and I look at the tobacco and I'm like, who done it and ran? Because it does not look like they try to organize it. It looks like they just try to shove it in a spot and walk away from it. And that drives me batty. That and the fact of the whole, oh, don't fill up the cigarette rack, just let it run empty. What? And I found out why. Oh, they want it to be empty because they don't like counting it. Well, that's part of your job. If you don't like that part of your job, why are you there? There are certain parts of my job that I don't like, but I still do it, and I try to do it to the best of my ability. But we all have our downfalls. We all have our faults. We all have our hang-ups. Um, and I try to live with it and just let it be and do my job. So that's one of the reasons why I'm not looking forward to work. The other reason why I'm not looking forward to work has nothing to do with work. It has to do with, well, maybe it does have to do with it. I don't know. It has to do with the fact that I am tired of standing on my feet 8, 9 plus hours a day when I'm working and feel like I can't get my stuff done because of my own physical deterioration, I guess you'd say. Um, that and the fact the last couple work days I had last week, Wednesday and Thursday especially, and I don't know if it was mask or anxiety or just pushing myself too hard because being that everything's starting to open back up, we're getting busier. We were busy during COVID, during the shutdown anyhow, because the fact that we were one of the, I don't know if that's, yeah, I don't know. The road that my store is on is like on the way out of town. It's one of the roads to leave town, going towards, going east towards St. James. And because of that, we have, around my store, we have the apartment complex, one apartment complex, the little neighborhood, the I don't know if it's an elderly home or what it is, but there's like I think it is an elderly care home on one side of us, and then we've got like a good half dozen businesses around us, plus at least three neighborhoods in our I'm gonna say 100 yard radius. Granted, just up the road is a grocery store and another gas station, but we are the last convenience store on the way out of town before or in on the way into town, depending on what direction you're coming from. So we get a lot of business. Um, but now that the businesses around us are opening up more, we have like a doctor's office. We have a couple different business, like medical. I don't know if they're medical, but I know they're businesses. Plus the church. Um, so we're getting busier, and our business stays busy until almost 8 p.m. at night. Now, since we're still closing at 10 p.m., I have a 2 hour window to get as much stuff done while still serving the dozen or so customers that come in before 10 p.m. So I've been having issues where I'm running around trying to get everything clean, serve customers and whatnot, and it's causing me to have shortness of breath and just generalized anxiety and weakness because of the anxiety and running around trying to do the job of two, maybe three, well, two people. Because if I had a third person there who could either run register or clean during that 2 hour time frame, it wouldn't be so stressful or not just stressful, but just yeah. Um, it's one of those things where it's like I'm trying to do my best, yet sometimes I come in the next day and read the notes and go, "What do you want from me?" But I still do what I can. I will still continue to do what I can until either A, I can't do it no more, and basically can't work no more, or B, I'm released of duty. You know, they fire me or whatnot. And I don't know about getting fired or not, but I've heard rumors um, that she wants to get rid of basically everybody and start all over. And I'm like, that's her choice. I don't buy into the rumors, but I still sit there and go, that's her choice. Anyhow, I need to get off this because I've been requested to try to make this as short as possible and help out with. I think we're having breakfast for our main meal, which basically means probably eggs and pancakes or eggs and something else. I don't know. Anywho, I hope you all had a good Sunday. I hope all the mothers out there had a good Mother's Day. well, yeah, I'm jumping. Sorry. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and put it in the comment box. I will try to address them when I can. If you're new to my channel, or if you invited somebody who's new to the channel and they want to see more, go ahead and have them tap that bell. YouTube will let you know when I put in the next video. Until next time, God bless, be safe, have a good day. Bye.